Plaintiff Horus Lattimore is suing his former friend Jamie Beasley for the value of a vacuum cleaner and emotional distress. Horus says he regrets ever helping Jamie out. Jamie says she met Horus when he was dating Jamie's friend, and Horus was still married to another woman. Jamie's countersuing for the service contract for the vacuum.
Today, Horus Lattimore is suing Jamie Beasley for the value of a vacuum cleaner and emotional distress. And Jamie, you are countersuing the plaintiff for the service contract on that same vacuum cleaner, gas money, and emotional distress. All right, Horus, let's start with you.
Well, first of all, Your Honor, I would like to say this is a case of twofold. One of stupidity and one of ignorance.
On whose part?
Stupidity on mine, ignorance on hers.
Oh, we're off to a good start. Okay.
I entered into a contract on November of 2006 to purchase her a Kirby vacuum cleaner that valued $1,800.
You entered into a contract to purchase her a vacuum cleaner. Contract with who? Hold on,
Sorry.
The vacuum cleaner people or with the defendant?
The vacuum cleaner people.
Okay.
Because her credit would not allow her to get it.
Okay, all right, let's see it. Do you have a contract?
Yes.
Okay, and you entered into a
name.
contract to buy a vacuum cleaner?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and who is this with? Kirby Vacuum?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm sorry.
All right, how is it that the two of you know each other?
We had a mutual friend.
You had a mutual friend. Who is this
Right.
mutual friend?
Okay, her name is Anita.
Anita.
Yes.
All right, well, that's innocent enough.
Okay.
All right.
So I had decided to give Anita a surprise birthday party. Well, we were going to have it at Jamie's house. So my son and I were at Jamie's house helping her clean up her house.
You're giving a surprise birthday party for your mutual friend at
Right.
her house.
Right.
Sounds more like she's giving her the surprise
No,
party
it
if
was
it's at her
mine.
house.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I met
Your Honor, may I please interject?
Go ahead.
This woman is not a mutual friend of his. This was his girlfriend.
Who, Anita?
Anita is his girlfriend.
So why wouldn't he say it if it's his girlfriend?
Because he's a married man.
Ooh.
And my wife knew that, and Anita knew that.
The way that I met
Hold on. Your wife knew what?
That I was having an affair with Anita.
Oh.
Well,
And Anita knew that.
when
Did you have an affair with her?
No!
you wanted to.
He wanted to?
Oh, yeah. He wanted to. He said, I picked the wrong one. I should have been getting with you. And I said, I don't think so.
All right. Let's go back to you agree to have a party for another
Well,
friend
we both did.
at Jamie's house.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
At the time when we were at Jamie's house cleaning up her house to prepare for the party, there's a knock on the door. Kirby vacuum cleaner salesman show up. He wants to do a demonstration for Jamie.
She tries out the vacuum, I assume?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And what do you say, pray tell?
Oh, well, she was just amazed at the way that the vacuum cleaner works because the guy told her, this Kirby will shine your shoes, wax your car, polish your jewelry, even satisfy you sexually. She had to have
Oh,
this.
I never heard such a
She
thing.
had to have this. Now, anybody that knows anything about Kirby, it will do just that.
Oh,
Lord.
You know what? We're not even, maybe I'll take a poll here today. Who's got a Kirby in the audience? Anyone? Well, for all those things it can do, not many people own it.
It's $1,800, Your Honor.
Oh, well, that's why. All right,
Love
so
a
this
little
Kirby
thing for
does
her.
everything. It dances with you, it prances with you, and it
Yes,
cleans
Your
up the
Honor.
house.
So she
Okay.
had to have it.
Okay, she had to have it.
Yes.
So what's that got to do with you?
So she tried to apply she filled out the credit application.
Right.
She was denied. Mm-hmm. She asked me, would I co-sign for her, which was denied. So the salesman said, well, how about you putting it in your name? And she said, yeah, I'll pay you. Because at the time she was expecting a
Let
settlement.
me ask you, Horace,
Sure.
how long do you know Jamie before
Maybe
you...
4
hold-
months.
4 months?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what agreement, if any, do you have with Jamie regarding the fact that she's going to have the vacuum and you're buying it? Who's paying for it?
She is, Your Honor.
How?
By check, I guess.
Well, what was the arrangement? I wasn't there.
Okay, the arrangement was she was expecting a settlement within 1 or 2 months after the original purchase date.
From where?
She had been in an accident or
Were
something.
you expecting a settlement? Yes or no?
I already got it.
All right. How much was the settlement?
I got the last payment of that was $45,000. I didn't need him to pay for anything, nor did I ask him. This is what happened, Your Honor.
No, I'm not up to you yet. All right, keep
Okay.
going, Horace. Horace, go ahead, hit it.
So my case is this: if she was capable of purchasing it, why didn't you just pay for it cash instead of going through the credit problems? Okay, saying that in itself, the agreement was that she was going to make the monthly payments, which was only $62 a month. I spend that in beer a week.
You don't look it.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
No problem. All right. So the vacuum is sold to you.
Yes.
And she is supposed to pay them directly.
That's correct, Your Honor.
It says that you own it in Buffalo, New York.
Thank
Who lives
you,
in
Your Honor.
Buffalo?
He does. I live in Buffalo.
Okay, and where do you live?
On Long Island. I live in the Hamptons, Your Honor.
What are you doing in Buffalo?
I have a son and daughter in Buffalo.
Oh, okay.
Visiting.
Okay, go ahead.
She made the first 3 payments, late charge, 2 times in July, another late charge in August. After she didn't make the 4th payment, they started contacting me. Now, at that time, I wasn't aware that she was not making the payment.
Did you put money down, Horace?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
How much did you put down?
$50. I made the original
much?
$50.
$50
Yes,
and
Your
it's in your name. That's
Yes,
all
Your
it takes to buy a $1,700 Kirby
No,
vacuum
they
cleaner?
wanted $150. I put down 50. She placed down 100.
Ah, so you put down 50, she puts down 100, and then she's supposed to pay $62 a month.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. All right. Are you sending him $62 a month?
How this happened, we were in the house and Kirby came up. When Kirby came in, I was reluctant to buy the machine. I started writing out a check. I said, you know what? I think I'll get it. Because he said, oh, yeah, you get it. Go on and get it. You said you was going to invest in your home. Okay. I said, well, yeah, it do a lot of things, but I don't know about the sex part. But it do a lot of things. And so I'm writing out the check. So he starts screaming out, no, don't write out the check, don't write out the check. I'm like, why? Just hold on. He was like, well, run a credit. Don't put all this money down. You don't need to spend all this money right now. Save it.
Who's saying this?
Horse is saying this to me.
What does he care about your credit? And if you just got a
you.
payment of
About my money,
$43,000, why don't you just pay cash
Because
for the
later
thing?
on, after he, when I was outside, he asked the people, run my credit. Horse asked Kirby people to run his credit. I'm
credit.
outside. Right. So when I come back in, he said, Jazz, because they call me Jazz, my credit is good. Why don't you just put it on my credit? Then that way all you have to pay is $62 a month.
Why does he want to buy you a vacuum cleaner?
Because a month later, he called me and asked me for $1,000.
What? Did you give it to him?
No.
He's buying a vacuum for you and your home.
No, he's not buying me nothing.
It's in his name, and it
And
says
my
100.
address.
Show me. Show this to the defendant.
In my address, I have a contract too.
Okay,
The
let's see
whole
your
reason-
contract. Look at that contract. Whose name is it in?
That says Horse. What do you say, $50 down?
150.
Okay, that's right.
Now, what do you have? Is that
I
different?
have the original
The original.
contract.
All right, let's see it. Is it different?
No, it's probably the same one.
Same thing.
But the problem is, Your Honor.
Can I make a
listen to-
suggestion?
As I
when
said,
you come to
ignorance
court
and stupidity.
to prove, stop.
No,
When
it's
you
not stupidity.
Stop. When you come to court to prove your case, don't give me evidence that helps him. All right, so where are we now? Where is the vacuum cleaner now?
The vacuum cleaner is at my house, where all
is
the
it still
contract.
working?
I hardly use it because I had been on the road. If it had did all these wonderful things he said, I probably used it more. But
All I want to know is how much the plaintiff has paid for the vacuum, which is $50.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and what's left on it?
Your Honor, this-
500. I
I'm
got
sorry.
that. Now, you made a decision to put it in your name.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell me succinctly, that means very shortly,
Yes, Your Honor.
why you did that.
Trying to help out a friend because her credit was nil.
Yeah, what are you looking for from her,
Nothing.
Horace?
At this stage, at this
At that
time,
stage, yeah.
it's $5,000 for emotional distress and the value of the vacuum cleaner.
What?
That's what I'm looking
Emotional
for.
distress?
Your Honor, I had to continuously call her, which was never once did she make the payments when she's supposed to. Every time I call her, there's a different story.
You know what that's called? That's called being a sucker. If you put your name and your good credit on
Yes,
the
Your Honor.
line for someone who's got no credit, then you want to come back to court and say she should pay me for the stress of the stupid decision that I made, then you deserve to have all that stress.
Okay, Your Honor, I'll accept that.
You sure will. So will you also accept you're not getting any money for emotional distress, okay?
Nil?
Nothing. here's the issue. You are countersuing for the service contract. Where is the service contract?
You have it, Your Honor. That's the only contract. That's it.
This is a service contract?
That's it.
Contractual terms, authorization to investigate credit. This is simply the retail installment contract. This is the contract to buy the machine with the conditions of purchase.
Right.
Now, you're saying that there is a service contract
Well, I'm not sure that's what you call it, but I just wanted to make sure because he's threatened me so many times about
so you don't want
taking
him
the
to
machine.
lay claim to this. You don't want him to own it once you pay for it.
Right, at all, because I don't want him to keep saying I'm
We're going to take care of that today. We're going to put an end to this right now.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Don't thank me yet. Now, you're suing him for gas money. Why? $140. Tell me real fast.
That was the trip we took to drop him off in New York.
Did he tell you that he was going to pay for the gas?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
did you have it in writing?
No, I didn't.
Okay, and you think you should be entitled to emotional distress?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Well, during the course of me trying to resolve this situation, every time I tried to talk to him about arrangements, he calls me on the phone, he threatened me, he told me he was coming to Buffalo, and I told him...
So he was looking for his money and he was calling?
Well, no, he wasn't looking for his money because it wasn't...
For money to save his credit line. What do you want to show me?
That she sent my credit down to 2, so now I'm stuck for the next 7 years trying to get my credit straightened out. That's where the emotional distress came in.
Let me see that.
No,
I don't want to hear it.
It's down to 2. I tried to get a loan for my daughter who's in college.
Now, United Consumer Financial Transaction is what she used to.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, you put his credit in the tank.
Your Honor.
For 7 years now.
It wasn't me that did it. It was him that did it.
He doesn't have anything with United Consumer Financial Services, do you, Horace?
No, Your Honor,
and you've already testified that you do. So
Yes.
that's enough. I don't want to hear anymore.
Oh.
Now, so the issue, therefore, is whether or not the defendant is liable to the plaintiff for breach of contract and emotional stress. Nobody gets emotional stress right now. No, you don't get it and you don't get it. You deserve each other for getting into this money contract without knowing each other or for all the wrong reasons. Now, of course, the issue is whether or not you failed to pay for the vacuum cleaner. And clearly you have failed repeatedly to pay for the vacuum cleaner as agreed. I'm going to require that you pay him the money for the vacuum cleaner, for you to send it in, and then I want you to give me the title for that vacuum cleaner, and I'm then going to give it to you. You do not lay claim to that vacuum cleaner. It is not yours. Now, there's got to be some value on the fact that his credit went down the tubes because of you. Unfortunately, there isn't a cause of action for that. It's called stupidity, Horace. Let this be a lesson. The verdict right now is for you from the defendant for the remainder of the money. So ordered. Thank you.